I could answer Katie's questions about my visit to Florida. You know, thank you guys.
Thank you.
I just wanted to ask, I know your office was, the team said you were the only one going down from your administration. You did seem to have a meeting with Frank Morrell and another person. I'm curious, why take someone like Frank Morrell who's working with more instead of the deputy mayor or someone who can actually talk about, as you said the meeting was about, the city's needs, and additionally, I know you said your legal case was not discussed, but were you on the record in front of him consistently say you did not ask, reply, or intimate to the incumbent president that you want any help or interference in the federal case, whether it's a future pardon or any kind of charges?
It's a long question. Okay, first, Frank lived in Florida. He joined the meeting. I was glad he joined. It was good to see him. It wasn't a sunny day that day, and so there was nothing inappropriate about it, illegal about him coming in. And listen, I wanted to minimize taxpayers' dollars. Who was coming down. You don't tell the president who he wants to sit down and talk to. He wanted a small conversation as he is getting ready to move into the presidency. I enjoyed the conversation. We talked about the issue of the city of New York. I made this clear a few days earlier that I was seeking to sit down and talk to the president about issues concerning this city, infrastructure, the migrant asylum seeker issues, the settlement of the crises in the Middle East. This impacts my Jewish population, my Muslim population. And, I'm the mayor of the biggest city in America. I'm supposed to speak with the president like I spoke with President Biden. I met with President Biden about real issues, public safety issues. I met with President Biden about the migrant and asylum seeker. This is what the mayor of the city of New York is supposed to do. And when I answered the question over and over again about, my case, I have an attorney to handle that. And I'm not going to keep answering the same question over and over again. And if people want to speculate, they got a right to speculate. That's what it is to be in America, speculation. I answered over and over again. Go ahead. Yes.
So, the new administration mentioned massive ice rates.
Massive.
Ice rates.
Uh-huh.
Imminent. Will these ice rates happen in New York City? And will the NYPD be cooperating with ICE on raids to find undocumented migrants?
Again, I answered that over and over again. I'm not going to keep doing the same questions over and over again about the cooperation of city agencies. The law is the law. Get the next question. Yes, how are you?
Said yesterday he was worried that maybe Trump might be trying to use you for some sort of purpose. I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about how do you explain this to that community, in particular the communities that supported you in 2021, about why you're doing this, even though they don't like this.
I'm gonna go one step further because you've always fairly covered stories. Set up a sit down where you and I can sit down and we could have an in-depth conversation about where I am right now, so it won't be in just a soundbite. But I would just say this on a higher level: Donald Trump received the popular vote. Donald Trump received the electoral vote. America has communicated in a very loud and clear voice that we need to do something about our borders. America has communicated about how we need to build our economy and make sure jobs stay here. They have communicated around affordability. And I cannot say it any clearer. I pledge allegiance to the United States of America, not to a party. The party that's in office took $6.9 billion out of our city. I cannot say it any clearer. And so when we talk about what may happen, we need to be honest about what happened. And so we have a new president coming in. And when that president comes in, he has a mayor in this city that is not going to be warring with him. I'm going to be working with him to deliver for the people of this city. I fight for New Yorkers, and I'm going to always do that. But I look forward to sitting down and have a deeper conversation with you on where I am right now and what we need to do to move the city forward. Yeah.
Was going to be, are you planning to attend the inauguration? And I also wanted to ask you, I'm not sure if you mentioned before, about any concerns that you mentioned to the incoming president about federal funding when it comes to the city. You know, there's some concern that their federal funding could be cut under the incoming administration. Is that a conversation you guys are having?
This was a high-level conversation of working together for a city that the president has acknowledged he loves, and that he wants to make sure that this city continues to move forward under this administration. We have been able to do so. We were hampered by losing $6.9 billion, and I'm going to keep saying that number over and over again so it can resonate with New Yorkers, that we lost $6.9 billion under this administration that went away from our children, our families, our streets, our security. And so my conversation with him was a high-level conversation of working together. I'm looking forward to meeting his administrations that seem to be moving through the process of how to be appointed. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to ensuring that this city gets what it deserves. And so that was our general conversation. And I am optimistic about the future of this city under a president that comes from this city and under a president that loves this city. And so we have something in common. He loves New York. I love New York. And that means a lot to me. I'm still trying to decide how I'm moving and how I'm traveling. I wake up in the morning and the teams give me my schedule and I decide how to move. It's Dr. King's birthday. I have BAM and I have other events to do on that day. I know it was moved aside because it's going to be cold. So once I decide, we put out our public schedule every day, and you guys are not going to be surprised.
That kind of sounds like a no. Mayor, are you concerned?
Where's your coat, man?
I want those heated gloves. I was actually talking about those heated gloves, just so you know, Mayor. Are you concerned about what's going to happen in the city Monday and days ahead, protests, and probably maybe you can't leave because of that?
You know, protest is part of New York. We had 3,000 protests in 2024. That's what we do in New York. That's what we do in America. We protest. And the beauty is we have the right to protest. You know, Dr. King, as we acknowledge his birthday, he led some of the most important protests of our time. There's nothing wrong with protests. There's nothing wrong with disagreeing. I mean, that's just, I don't know why people feel disagreeing is the worst thing to do. Democracy is not frictionless. Democracy is about raising your voice on what you support, what you like, and what you dislike. And no matter what you do, there's 8.3 million New Yorkers. There's 35 million opinions. You know, so, you know, people are going to be protesting no matter what you do, there's going to be protesting. And again, I'm looking forward to the next 4 years of having a president that loves this city like I love this city, and we're going to do what's needed to move the city forward for everyday New Yorkers. Okay?
Mayor Adams, you mentioned the law is the law.
With it goes exclusive.
This has been breaking news.